Zero-based budgeting creates different kinds of employees. Yeah. So I think, especially in startups, and this is important, a small startup, you want people to grow. You want to trust people. You want your team to be proactive. You might have two cultures, two extremes, and most people are in the middle, but two extremes where you have like kind of a more militaristic Prussian kind of, hey, I'm going to ask you for a budget and I want you to give me a freaking budget, right? That's ready to kick off the project. Kind of impatient. I need to get this done, spend the hours. I don't think these people are always thinking about how many hours it'll take to do that, but they just want it done, right? The worst ones of these will, when you come back and they find out how many hours you spent building it, they freak out, right? That's not, that's one way to do things. There's also a good way to do it where it's just like, hey, I just need it, and I'm not going to be mad at you. I know how many hours it takes to do this. I'm not going to be frustrated, but I do need a detailed budget. And so the project manager has to make up everything. He has to answer all the questions, all the uncertainties to get to that budget. So you need project managers with a ton of experience doing that thing, or you need to be able to tolerate people who are making a lot of assumptions for you. The other kind is you might have an organization where the CEO is like, hey, here's the idea. I need a budget for this that's ready for projects. But that project manager or product manager may say like, okay, here's a budget and here are a bunch of assumptions tied up in this budget. And I can go through them all if you want. It'll take a lot of time. The other thing is I want to propose another process for this. Like I want to unlike the page before I go out. I want to check in with you a little more often before I come up with a budget like this for something we've never done before and nobody has experience in before. And that's usually what I prefer because a lot of startups, you're building things that haven't been built before and you're doing it in a way that fits your culture and not somebody else's culture. You're building a beautiful business. You're designing it, right? And so you want to create something that's fresh, that doesn't depend on everybody else's best practices, because that doesn't foster a culture of innovation. And sometimes you have to, innovation costs. There's a cost. You can't just say, we want to be innovative, but we want zero waste, zero waste innovation. Well, that's not how innovation works. Innovation is like, I'm going to go out to the sporting field and I'm going to have fun and I'm going to find out how this thing works. I'm going to take the clock apart and figure out how it works.